Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue sur Irwin's French Class. Aujourd'hui, dans cette vidéo, nous continuons avec les pronoms relatifs qui et que that we explored together in the last videos. We are going to remove together a very common struggle when you need to choose between qui and que. As usual, we will also do some fun activities to revise and practice. Parti! This is a common struggle among my students when it comes to choose between qui and que in activities such as this one. Fill in the blank with qui or que. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get it right almost all the time en un clin d'œil. So when you have an activity like that to complete, that could be within a language test or an assessment, look at what comes after the blank. If it's a verb, use qui, as qui is the subject. If it's something that looks like a subject, that could be a subject pronoun, je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle, or a noun, le prof, la voiture, ma mère, then use que. For example, numéro 1, l'email a été envoyé est un spam. Look at what is after the blank. Is there a verb or a subject? A verb. Then use qui. L'email qui a été envoyé est un spam. What about number 2? L'email tu as envoyé est un spam. What's after the blank? A subject. Okay, tu is a subject. Therefore, you need to use que. You see, it's fairly easy, right? Verb, qui, subject, que. What about the number 3? Still with the email. L'email nous a été envoyé est un spam. So what's after the blank? Does that look like a subject? Well, yes, right? It's nous. So it must be que, right? But is it? L'email que nous a envoyé est un spam? Does that sound right? It doesn't, does it? Because qui is the right answer. So what's going on there? Okay, the tip I gave you has its limitations. It works most of the time. You will be able to complete activities such as this one very quickly, really en un clin d'œil. Verb after the blank, qui, subject after the blank, que. But be careful with the pronouns, two pronouns really, nous and vous, as these have the same form as subject and object complement. Let me explain. Je is the subject pronoun and me is the complement. Tu is the subject and te is the complement. Il and elle are the subjects. Le, la, and lui are the complements. Il and elle plural are the subject. Leur and les are the complements. So for these, subject and complements are different. Nous is the subject and nous is the complement. Same for vous. So in our example, the nous pronoun is a complement. It is not the subject. Therefore, qui must be used. L'email qui nous a été envoyé est un spam. Sent to whom? To us. Nous is the object complement. So when you have a nous or a vous after the blank, really be careful. Stop here and try to see if that nous or that vous is the subject of the verb. In our example, l'email qui nous a été envoyé, you see, after the nous, the verb doesn't have the conjugation form of the nous, right? Nous a. If it was the subject, it would have been avons at least, all right? So here you see, the nous is not the subject of the verb. Nous a été envoyé. Let's do the rest of the sentences together. Numéro 4, c'est le livre j'ai lu le mois dernier. Okay, so what's after the blank? Je or J apostrophe, right? That's a subject, yes. So what do you need to use? Que. C'est le livre que j'ai lu le mois dernier. And as a reminder, when using the passé composé in a que construction, there will be an agreement of the past participle with the antécédent, what que is referring to. Le livre, here in our example, is masculine and singular, so the past participle reflects that. Now change le livre for les livres, and you need to add an S to the past participle lu. Number 5, voici la voiture, blank, vous allez acheter. So what's after the blank? Vous. Be careful, therefore, okay? Really be careful. Don't fall in the trap, okay? So you need to identify the function of vous. Look at the verb afterwards. Is vous the subject of that verb? Look at the conjugation. Does it have the form of the vous? Yes, the EZ, that's the vous form. So vous is the subject. Therefore, you need to use que. Voici la voiture que vous allez acheter. Number 6. Voilà une question vous intéresse. Again, vous, be careful. Look at the verb after vous. Is vous the subject of that verb? No, it's not. So therefore, vous is a complement, an object complement. Then you need to use qui. Voilà une question qui vous intéresse. Numéro 7. Je sais, joue dans ce film. Easy one. After the blank, there is a verb, that's right. Therefore, you need to use qui. Je sais qui joue dans ce film. Okay, let's do a more complex sentence. Numéro 8. La robe tu adores est en solde, in sale, est disponible en rouge. Okay, so let's do the first one. La robe tu adores, tu is a subject, therefore you need to use que. La robe que tu adores est, that's a verb, you need to use qui, okay? Et qui est en solde est disponible en rouge. Let me repeat the whole sentence. La robe que tu adores et qui est en solde est disponible en rouge. Voilà les amis, c'est tout pour cette vidéo. Please complete in the comments that sentence. La France est un pays que et qui. Et n'oubliez pas d'ajouter un pouce bleu et de vous abonner pour soutenir la chaîne. Au revoir, à plus. Ciao.